in the about 4 years that I have played chess and participated in the activities of the chess world, I have not seen anything like what I've seen in the last 2 days ever before in terms of chess drama. I've seen a few drama. I have seen nothing close to what has happened in the last 2 days. If hatred and outrage could cause a man to drop dead, you guys would have caused this man to literally drop dead. The chess world has been so outraged over the last few days that Fide has been forced to do something about it. And we have this. The former world chess champion may face discipline for allegations against Daniel Naroditsky. So at last, after all the outrage and screamings from chess players all over the world online, something has probably been done about it or will be done about it. We'll find out. Chess International governing body said Wednesday it's considering disciplinary action against a Russian former world champion who persistently leveled unproven cheating allegations at Daniel Naroditsky in the year leading up to the American Grandmaster's death. The Charlotte Chess Center in North Carolina, where Naroditsky trained and worked as a coach, announced his death Monday. He was 29. The cause of his death has not been made public. Russian Grandmaster Vladimir Kramnik, who held the world title for several years in the early 2000s, began accusing the California-born pro of cheating in online chess last October. He continued to share his suspicions on social media over the past year without providing substantial evidence. Naroditsky, who at 18 became a grandmaster, the highest title in chess aside from world chess champion, has denied the cheating allegations and accused Kramnik of trying to ruin his life. Arkady Djokovic, I guess is how you say that, president of the International Chess Federation, said Wednesday he has formally referred all relevant public statements made by Kramnik before and after Naroditsky's death to the body's Ethics and Disciplinary Commission for review. He promised the Federation would take appropriate action. I don't know what appropriate action means. Maybe they're going to do something. We'll see. In any case where public harassment or bullying is observed, that would be literally almost every case, right? The body requires substantial evidence to launch a cheating investigation and may sanction a player who makes unfounded accusations based on emotion or insufficient data. According to its anti-cheating laws, there were no documented reports of the Federation investigating Naroditsky. The Associated Press reached out Wednesday to Kramnik via social media for comment. The investigation comes as several grandmasters, including Hikaru Nakamura and Nihal Sarin, have called out Kramnik's conduct. I would tell you guys I was really surprised at Nihal's response, but that is interesting, saying that the Russian pro has addressed Naroditsky and tried to destroy his reputation. Five-time world chess champion Magnus Carlsen called Kramnik's relentless pursuit of Naroditsky appalling. Yeah, Magnus actually left a statement on this. If you've not seen it, Take posted something about it on their second channel, More Takes, I think. So you can check that video out. Very nice. During his last live stream on Saturday, Naroditsky told his massive online following that Kramnik's cheating claims had taken a toll on him. Ever since the Kramnik stuff, I feel like if I start doing well, people assume the worst of intentions. The issue is just the lingering effect of it, Naroditsky said. The last stream of Naroditsky, I managed to sit through that video for literally almost 2 hours of it, and it was really painful to watch. It was one of the worst things I have watched since I started watching people stream live, since I started watching someone's live stream. And yes, he did say that, in fact. I remember he was losing a lot of games, and you know this feeling chess players have. When you're losing a lot of games, you want to keep playing until you at least win some games. And he kept playing, and they were telling him, okay, you can continue playing, but you have to go off the live stream, because he was looking very bad on the live stream. But he said, if I go off the live stream and I start doing well, then they're going to start saying something. Then I realized, okay, this issue with Kramnik actually goes beyond what we may think ordinarily, or what we may realize it was, right? And this was really what he did say, right? The lingering effect of it. Adding that Kramnik used to be one of his heroes. It is not the first time Kramnik has been accused of harassment. The popular internet chess server chess.com shut down Kramnik's blog on the site in 2023, saying he had used it to spread baseless allegations about many dozens of players. You remember the case of David Navarra. Okay, we are going to that immediately. The following year, Kramnik published a list of players on social media with the title Cheating Tuesdays that included Czech Grandmaster David Navarra. Now imagine where one man is the judge, jury, and executioner. You come up with suspicion, you suspect a bunch of people, You investigate them, you determine that they are cheating or cheaters, and you publish their name. I was live yesterday and I told you guys on stream, I said, if someone accused me of cheating and published my name somewhere that I was cheating, and I can lay my hands on you, I would give you a beating nobody has given you in your entire life. So if you think someone is cheating, you suspect someone of cheating, you don't just say, oh, I think this person is cheating. It's a suspicion. You can report them to chess.com. We all do that on chess.com every day. We report people. But how can you publish their names? Because you believe, like if I believe Kramnik is cheating today, I just go somewhere and publish his name as a cheater. You can't do that. Anyway, including David Navarra. Navarra later shared on his blog that Kramnik's public accusations had pushed him to consider suicide. Kramnik responded by accusing Navarra of defamation. And then you turn around and say that these people are saying bad things about you, right? Your lawyers, you need to see his post on X in the recent days. It's very funny. In June, the Federation responded to the players' public spat, saying the way Kramnik presents his arguments brings a lot of harm to the chess community, yes, and could be ruinous for the careers and well-being of certain players, yes. The group invited Kramnik to present the details of his approach and statistical data for official evaluation. Kramnik's anti-cheating crusade exploded with the game's shift online during COVID-19 pandemic. Many elite players traded the physical chessboard for a keyboard to continue playing through lockdown, creating a surge in popularity for streaming content and fast-paced online games in which Naroditsky excelled. Players of the cerebral sport are known to value respectful conduct over the board. But in the digital arena, a new level of toxicity has developed, with cheating allegations growing rampant and becoming much more difficult to prove. Players now have sophisticated computer schemes at their fingertips that could give them an unfair advantage and new ways to profit off their success online. In blitz and bullet chess, where players have mere minutes to finish intense matches, experts say top talents often move with speed and precision on par with a computer. Now, Disco was among the world's top 25 blitz players and won the US National Blitz Championship in August. Okay, he won the US National Blitz Championship over the board, right? It was not online. That means this guy is really good at blitz. In recent times, public debate within the chess world has too often moved beyond the boundaries of acceptable, harming not only people's reputation, but their very well-being. Djokovic acknowledged Wednesday, when this happens, discussions can turn into harassment, bullying, and personal attacks, a particular serious concern in today's environment. Djokovic said the federation will establish a prize in Naroditsky's memory. Kramnik continued to post about Naroditsky on the day his death was announced. That was disgusting to see, calling it a tragedy and speculating about the cause. Kramnik wrote on social platform X that the death should be investigated by police. He should be investigated by police. He wrote Wednesday that he received threats after revealing public information about the dark side of modern chess. So when Kramnik does all of these things he does, he turns around and complains that he is now supposed to be the victim, right? He is now supposed to be the victim. So this was the first response the chess community induced out of Fide. So because you guys were so upset, clearly, I never knew chess players could be this outraged and rally around something, but incredible to see. Fide is probably going to do something. I don't really expect them to do anything, but at least they're going to look into the matter. And somebody else, Emil Sutovsky, whatever you guys call him, president of Fide. Yesterday, he decided to put out a tweet that also got people outraged. The amount of love given to Daniel postmortem is unprecedented. I feel like there are times when you should just not type online if you're a person of relevance, right? People like us can just type. Nobody knows us. We can just type whatever we want online. And even I don't really just type whatever I like online. But there are times when you just shut up and let things be the way they are. Done talking. Look at this. The amount of love given to Daya postmortem is unprecedented. I can't recall anything of the kind. But here is the problem. Where were all of you, I guess is what he meant, when Daniel was alive and unwell? That is a silly question. Where were all of you? People were in their homes. I was in my house. I don't know him personally. We watch him as his fans. What can we do, right? We don't know all the details many times. We are watching him, but we could all see that you were harassing him. Or Kramnik was harassing him. I'm not talking about now about stepping in when he was accused, although it is a separate important matter. I know many people find it hard to express their opinion, as the problem is indeed huge and striking a balance is nearly impossible. One thing is clear: the way Kramnik approaches it simply can't be accepted, and his reaction to Daniel's passing is appalling and outright shameful. He's saying this after the outrage against Kramnik had already boiled over, and they had to do something about it. Fide is not a court of justice, but we will act within our jurisdiction. That sounds like there's nothing Fide can do about it, but we are going to tell you guys that we are going to do something about it so that you will feel better. However, let's not oversimplify it. It is too simple to focus on Kramnik and forget everything else. Daniel was clearly not at his best in recent months. He stopped appearing as a commentator for one reason or another. He was not his usual self. Now, all those who claim how dear Daniel was to their hearts, how good a friend they were, where have you been? What could they have done? Gone to his house? What did you do? All these Kramnik attacks on Daniel happened not this week or this month. It was not like a shocking accusation that killed Daniel overnight. It kept haunting him for more than a year, even if there was not much of polemics of recent. I don't know what he's saying. So I ask you, alleged Daniel's friends, what did you do to help him for half a year or so? You are in charge of Fide. You are the head of the chess federation worldwide. You are asking us what we did. What did Fide do when they saw Kramnik relentlessly attack a prominent member of the chess community? Did many of you write him to ask whether he's okay? Yes, they did. Why he arguably the best online commentator disappeared from the screens? Did you text him to ask why he stopped streaming? I guess you're talking of his close friends, because not everybody has his number, but surely people were asking about him online, if that's what you're asking about. Throughout 15 years, I spoke to Daniel many times. Though we never were friends, he fascinated me long before he became a famous streamer. I met him when he just started being coached by my former trainer, Left Sakis. And we spoke rarely but in length many times since. I looked at our correspondence from 2014 when he was thinking of a life path, and then later in 2017 and 2019 and 2021. Most recent online conversations was in 2024 when I invited him to comment on the match in Singapore. And the last time I spoke to him in person was during the Grand Swiss in Samarkand, where he seconded the top player, hiding this fact for one reason or another. All the recent years, I had a feeling Daya was not a happy person. Although he made many people happy, our last lengthy conversation took place in 2021. All these years, I had a feeling he was not a happy person. We saw the smile fade off Daniel's face when Kramnik began accusing him. When he was already a famous online player and streamer, but still was considering a career of a real professional player. He was very much in doubt whether he's doing the right thing with all the blitz and streaming. He even considered moving to Europe to have more opportunities as a player. But it's very difficult with all the online success I have. It came at a price. The boy with shining eyes had less and less shining left, and now he is gone way too early. And yes, the shine disappeared right before all our eyes when Kramnik started accusing Naroditsky. Maybe a lot of other things were going on, right? Everybody considers a career path. What do I want to do with my life? All of these questions are things we ask and ponder every day. But it doesn't kill us. Kramnik accused this man so horribly that we saw him crumble in front of our eyes online. If he looks from above, he might be surprised to read about this or that person or this or that person allegedly being his friend. Daniel was kind to many, but it feels like most of the time he was lonely. Virtue signaling and like grabbing is the worst way to pay respect to Daniel. He was special on so many levels, he will be missed, or rather, he is very much missed already, the Daniel. And then, of course, this post went viral, 2.8 million views, and chess players were mad, and they went after Emil. Again, I don't want to say Russians. If I say Russians, that would be generalizing. But it seems like there is a certain group of people that don't have a sense of how to evaluate what a situation demands at any given point in time. Anyway, after all of that outrage, he had to come back and retrace his steps. Dear friends, reading your comments to my previous tweet, I realized that it should have been clearer and more responsible. You realized it was obviously not aimed at Daniel's close friends or, God forbid, family. I was referring to people who now refer to themselves as friends, but did very little to help. It did annoy me, and does annoy now. I never had the privilege to call Daniel a friend, but I acknowledge that Fide also could and should have done better. Oh, God. We need to look into our policies and probably not to wait for a formal complaint, but to step in and protect the people in such a situation. Very difficult to balance it all, but we will do our utmost. On a personal level, the news of Daniel's passing shocked me. It triggered a lot of feelings, and maybe I was too emotional writing about it. And emotions are rarely a good companion of wisdom. I didn't even see what those comments were like in the last video. I don't want to comment nothing. I want to see what people were saying. How do I do that? I didn't follow Kramnik's bullying, but it sounds like it was bad enough for a lawsuit if they lived in the same country. It also looks like they didn't. If that's indeed the case, Fide could and should have done something before. Did Naroditsky ask for something to be done? Apart from the fact that I completely disagree with blaming the people that tried to help him the most and insinuating that you know who helped and who didn't, Fide needs to take action. I don't think chess fans are going to forget about this ever if Fide wants to be respected both by its players and fans. Fide needs to take action now. It goes without saying, but Fide needs to be proactive to ensure that its players feel as protected as they possibly can by Fide. The fact that after Navarra said how much these accusations had made him suffer and nothing big has been done since then, I just don't understand it. That was an Kramnik. Exactly. Oh no, this person said you're stupid ass, right? Kramnik needs to be stripped of all his titles. GM, World Chess Champion, everything. Is that within your jurisdiction, Emil, or is it too much to expect from Fide? I can say that this is what a lot of persons wish could happen right now. Just strip Kramnik of all his titles. I've seen a comment where someone literally said you should abolish Kramnik to the ends of the earth. Just put him somewhere and let him disappear forever. Just in case you dare to delete the tweet, you must resign as the Fide CEO if you have some dignity. Sadly, we will have to wait a little until you get fired. That is true. F you. I thought this was reserved for Kramnik, but you've ended this. Hooray, you're the biggest. Oh no. Okay, so these comments are just incredible. Vladimir Kramnik has blocked you. I think Kramnik has blocked everybody on the internet except the 5 people that agree with him completely and join him in berating a lot of other people online. Anyway, it was incredible to see that chess has come to this point where chess players are going to be pushed so far that many times mental health is going to become a problem. The game that helped build our minds, this game that gives us pride and confidence when we step outside, build our mind, may turn around to be the same thing that breaks the mind. And it is important that all these people in positions where they are able to influence the hearts of many people. A lot of people are fans. People like me, I learned chess watching Daniel Naroditsky speedrun. I learned chess watching Gotham Chess, Hikaru. If Hikaru wakes up tomorrow and calls me a cheater or decides to drag me online, I know how that is going to feel, right? Or somebody like Magnus, you are watching them, you're growing up. Imagine people like Prague or all these boys that grew up watching Kramnik, learning under him, for example, and then you turn around and you accuse them of something. This can literally destroy a human being. And most chess players, chess is their everything. Chess is their livelihood. Chess is they are all in all. So when you put them under situations like this, you definitely are going to affect their mental health in a way that nothing else can. All right, you guys, let me know what you think below. What do you think Fide is going to do to Kramnik? Do you think they're going to do anything about it, or do you think they're just trying to pacify people right now because the noise is becoming a lot or probably too much for them to handle? We'll find out. And what do you think about Emil Sutovsky or Sutovsky's comment online as well? You guys leave your thoughts in the comment and I'll see you guys in the next one.